But for the sake of having like a educational macro game, I'm not gonna all in.
I thought we've already established that you don't know any good all-ins.
I might have a few tricks up my sleeve. I can make up on the spot.
I'm just going to practice cheese for the rest of the week. That way maybe I can win a game at MLG.
You know, actually, I don't think that's a bad idea. Action Jesus had quite some success in DreamHack.
Yeah.
6 pooling a bunch of top players. So I don't know why his probe is on my creep. Seems really weird.
Here's the Zealot.
Yeah, I want to see that sentry.
And there's the sentry. I'm really curious about your timing on this 34 Overlord, Rhett. I get mine at 29, and yours comes at the weirdest time.
Because I wanted for the injects. Feel like if I make it right now, I'll get it when my inject pops. I actually want to make 2 right now because I'll have an inject popping on my natural also. So, same build?
Looks like it. Unless it's the MC 4-gate. That's nice. You're gonna get a probe. Wow. Really feeling that brave. A good trade or bad trade there, Rhett?
Wasted a bunch of energy, got 1 sentry, so I feel like it's pretty neutral. But because he made starters, I'm still pretty worried about a push, so
Yeah.
I need to keep making units. And I wish I could see what's at his front, but he won't let me.
Not gonna make an overseer? Oh, there it comes. Never mind. Adventurous Queen there.
That was a mistake.
Here I thought you were gonna go for the transfuse push. So those stalkers were enough to make you decide that he was going to be aggressive.
Yeah. When they morph in stalkers, they would always do some aggression. Now I have Burrow and he has no robo, so I can do whatever I want.
Time to go win.
I can take a fort base. I can... Well, he's making Phoenix, so I just gotta spore it every base. Make a Spire. Just keep making drones. There's nothing he can attack me with right now. Until he gets a robo, he can't attack me. I do need to check for a third base. And I have 0 creep spread, actually.
Yeah. You also have
Not sure
0
why.
extra energy because you've been injecting and macroing so hard.
See? He can never attack.
Is Burrow the best ability in the Zerg arsenal?
At least until there's an observer, I would definitely say so.
And you, I mean, I remember having you on the show the first time, and we talked about how much you drone. And here we are 10 weeks later, and I'm still blown away by how many freaking drones you make. I usually have about 60 drones at this time in the game. You're sitting on 82.
Yeah, I like my drones. So... There's a robo, he's going for blink. There's a third base. Now I can try to go for a Hydra push on third base. I think that's what I do since I have 82 drones anyways. I'll still have a strong hive timing.
Coming up on a nice smooth max at about 14.5 minutes. 15 minutes really with these next injections.
Yeah, and my Brute Lord timing will be right afterwards, after this attack, so it's
Any
gonna
reason
work
why
out
you're not
nicely.
mining gas at your third?
No, that's horrible.
Ooh, hello, Storm. All right, Rhett. Well, those were 2 excellent games, sir.
Well, thank you. I just take risks with my drones when I feel like they won't attack me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Burrow gave me a nice timing to be able to just drone up like crazy because he made such a late robo.
It was very, very solid. I enjoyed watching it. Listen, we've kind of gone over 2 hours. Could I possibly get 5 more minutes out of you for a few questions?
Sure, don't worry about it.
You are the man. All right, the first thing I'm going to ask you at the very beginning of our lesson, you said you're going to be playing this Baneling style, which makes me wonder what your take on it is. You know, have you been playing with it? Do you have an opinion on it?
I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I've played maybe 5 games with it.
Mm-hmm.
It seems pretty viable. It seems especially viable with the new infestors that are just great DPS. So Ling Baneling Infestor with possibly Corruptors and Brute Lord seems like something that's definitely worth looking into, but I have not yet gotten the chance to really experience a lot with that style, so that's something I'll be doing in the next week or 2.
Okay.
Definitely.
Cool.
But I can't really give you like a build for it or
Yeah. I know.
or a full opinion
The
at this
first
point.
time I ever saw the build, Like the very next day, you and I played as EVP, and
Hmm.
he told me I was bad for doing it.
Yeah, it's became more popular like in the last month or so.
Mhm.
It seems to work for some people sometimes. I've seen a lot of Koreans be effective with Ling Bang Ling. Um, yeah, and just playing like a different style. But I really like Roach Hydra, and I like that macro type
Mhm.
of game. So it's hard for me to switch, but I definitely have to check it out.
I've I mean I've talked to you, I've talked to Idra, I've talked to Chef, I've talked to all these really good Zerg players from all around the world. And as such, I've been exposed to all these different styles. And I've seen the Banelink style, I've seen the Roach Hydra, I've seen other stuff too. Mutacentric builds. As have you, I'm sure. But what I'm getting at is at the end of it all, here we are, basically at the end of our show. I still feel like the Roach Hydra is the most
It's
solid.
definitely the most solid,
Yeah.
reliable,
Mhm. Mhm.
most common playstyle that you see, and there's a reason for that. It can work really well if you get your timings right. Like, I think more than anything, obviously, like queen injections and creep tumors are important, but CVP is really a constant evaluation of where your opponent is in the game
Mhm.
and where you're in the
Mhm.
game, like tech-wise, economy-wise, and you constantly want to try to stay one step ahead of your opponent. So, in like practical examples,